to you from underneath a peach blossom. It's time for an episode of Be Awesome. Find positivity throughout your life and work, just like our mascot rooster, Steve the Jerk.
We're live. Hello, Be Awesome listeners. This is episode 17 from Little Richard's Diner in North Pole, Alaska. I am here with my old friend Santa Claus. Morning, Santa.
Good morning, Josh. Welcome back to North Pole.
Yeah, thank you. It's a lot different than it was in July. We had like 20 hours of daylight. It's 8 o'clock and still pitch black, but snowing.
Now you got the reverse.
Yeah,
Yep.
Snowing like crazy, and I'm about to have my wild omelet here. And we're doing something really awesome today that started with a simple conversation, an email I sent to you, back in July, which, we hadn't known each other, and I was probably looked at as a little bit of a crazy guy just saying, I want to meet you and let's do a podcast. And that turned into something really incredible, which was you educated me on the incredible number of kids that are homeless or foster kids, which is in the 3 million peoples in the United States, which is astonishing.
Yeah, and quite a few are up here in our area near Fairbanks in North Pole, Alaska. There's an organization you and I talked about earlier, the Fairbanks Youth Advocates, and they help 12 to 18-year-olds find emergency housing and also get them on a good path for survival education and all that sorts of stuff. And I know that Be Awesome is looking forward to making a major donation to their organization. I think they'll be very, very happy.
Yeah, and it's not a donation by just me. It's a donation by almost 400 T-shirts that were purchased. Some really incredible people and companies. As I shared, when we decided to do this, it was you were sharing all this with me, and I just started my company, and I didn't know what to do, and came up with the selling shirts and giving $3 a shirt, and that $3 a shirt was in one way to represent the 3 million kids, and another way I have no idea how much money there is in shirts, not a lot, but what I've found along the way was some really incredible people. Alpha Facility Solutions, John and Katie Garcia, right out of the gate ponied up for 100 shirts, paid full price for it to make sure that the $3 a shirt came out. Incredible people like David Varda from Ohio that rounded up and gave me $100 for his shirt. Rick Tremble, who came and did his podcast with me, the Veterans Day PTSD special, he gave a significant amount that rounded up. And so we're going to give $1,503 to the Fairbanks Youth Advocates Group on your behalf and on Be Awesome's behalf, and really on the behalf of the hundreds of people that are now wearing Be Awesome shirts, which is pretty cool.
That's wonderful, and you're doing it from North Pole, Alaska, which is where the spirit of Christmas lives year-round. That's the city slogan.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of funny. I think you were. I don't think you thought I was going to make it up here this December. I think you might have thought that I was not going to make it for some purpose or reason, and not even a.
No, I was hoping you'd make it up here, and unfortunately, you got the big welcome with an earthquake down in Anchorage when you got here. So that was a little surprise for everybody.
Yes, we're heading down. I'm heading down actually to Fairbanks here right after this podcast, and going to be delivering a keynote and heading home from there. But no, earthquake's not going to stop me from getting up here and spending some time with you. I really appreciate, first of all, you responding out of the gate. I think it's important. The lessons learned from this whole experience is to be open-minded, which you were. You were open-minded to this crazy guy calling and insisting at some points that we needed to get together and do this. Being open to learning and understanding about others outside of who you are, and what you experience every day, and learning about everybody having a story. And then I think the greatest thing is anything's possible. When I came up here, I had 3 T-shirts. I gave one to you, I had one for me, and I gave one to the assistant fire chief at North Pole Fire Department, who ended up whitewater rafting together 2 days later up in Denali National Park. He showed up with a Be Awesome shirt and was like, holy mackerel, 48 hours into this thing and 3 shirts, and I see someone 150 miles away wearing it, which was really cool. But to be able to a number of months later, with very minimal exposure and other than podcasts and social media, which is growing so slowly, to be able to provide this, and every dollar counts, at $1 at a time or $3 at a time.
We were able to reach a lot of people, particularly with the podcast. You're up in the 70s now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the top 20. I think I'm in the top 23,000 out of 600,000 podcasts. I guess of the 17. Actually, I have another one that I have another podcast that I did in the early part of November. Paul, Tim, I haven't forgotten about you. It's on safety and security. We did it 4 days before the wildfires in California and the shooting at the bar in Thousand Oaks, and I've just had some reluctance. I need to do an intro for it to kind of properly explain. And
you have a big heart, and Be Awesome, I think, is going to keep growing and growing. You've got a lot of support from a variety of different people, young and old alike, here and there.
Yeah, well, what's amazing is you say that, and I appreciate, because it gives me a great opportunity to recognize someone. I did a speaking engagement in Massachusetts last month and never met this person in my life, and this is the power of being a good person, and you can tell the good people. A gentleman by the name of Justin Gaudreau, he works at Wentworth Institute of Technology in Boston, the procurement office. He was at an event, and I did a keynote. And about 24 hours after I did the keynote, I got a shirt order from North Shore, Massachusetts, which is where he lives. And then about 10 minutes after that, I started getting an increase in followers on Facebook. And all of them were from this small town, Granby, in Massachusetts. All of them. It was like the entire class of 1999. And I put one and one together, and it was Justin, who didn't know me other than an hour talk, followed me on social media and saw that it was something he wanted to get involved in, and shared it with his world. And his world counted on him and looks to him as someone who's looking to do good things. And now they're all following me. So I have to say thank you to Justin and the town of Granby. You guys are fantastic. It's the greatest increase in followers and subscribers and people being supportive of the Be Awesome movement. And that's going outside of your direct circle.
Social media is important too. I remember when we did our podcast, I put it on my Facebook page with over 300,000 followers, and you got a little bump in the number of followers as well. So it all helps. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but there are a lot of people who are. If they can share all this good news, that'd be great.
Yeah, and I'm going to put your website on, your link to your website on Be Awesome, because you do have a website. You do a daily quote, which is really cool, and they're not just words, because you live by what you do, and you advocate more than anybody I've ever met to make a difference and help our children, and in support of a number of things. So
it's an easy one to remember too. Santa Claus, NorthPoleAlaska.com.
Yeah, Santa Claus, Alaska, Santa Claus, NorthPoleAlaska.com. So it's a long one, but it's an easy one to remember. So be sure to check that out. And I try to do the daily quote as often as possible. And just check up on you, but you can learn more about who you are and what you do and why you did it and why you're here in North Pole, Alaska with the name Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah. So, well, listen, I think this is great. We got a couple of beautiful looking omelets and home fries like I've never seen before. It takes up about 2/3 of the plate. But I really want to thank you. I think this is a great beginning to a wonderful friendship that you and I have made. We've got lots more to do.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll continue. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And our thanks to Little Richard's Family Diner here in North Pole for hosting our podcast today.
Yeah, definitely. This is a cool diner. If you ever get up to North Pole, be sure to stop by Little Richard's. They're great. Taryn and Ed, the plates are huge. Coffee's big, and they are very welcoming and let us pull this off because I'm literally going to take Santa to the post office. We're going to take a few pictures over there, drop the check in the mail. We unfortunately couldn't get to the Fairbanks Youth Advocates group to deliver it in person today, but the next best thing is to get a self-addressed stamped envelope from Santa Claus at the North Pole Post Office for $1,500. Pretty good day.
Good day. Thank you so much for visiting North Pole again.
Yeah. I'll be back again sometime soon, and let's work on the next cause that we're going to support. As always, my shirt sales, we're starting fresh today. $3 of every shirt forever. We're going to put towards homeless and foster programs for kids in the United States, and we're going to make a difference $3 at a time, and really appreciate, most importantly, the Be Awesome listeners, followers, supporters, the ones that bought a shirt, the ones that talk about buying shirts, that are going to buy shirts, that are following me in the these journeys that I go on, I'm enjoying the heck out of myself, and I couldn't do it without you being along with me on this ride. So
I'm glad you're going to let me do this little blessing too for all your listeners.
Yeah.
May each of you have a lifetime filled with happiness, peace, good health, prosperity, and most of all, love, which is the greatest gift. So Merry Christmas in advance, especially to you, Josh, and your family.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And as always, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Look for Be Awesome, and it's BE space AU space SM. You can find me at beawesome.com, and that's BEAUSM.com. Or if you want to send me an email, josh@beawesome.com. Drop me a line. Let me know how I'm doing. And I have 2 shirts and 3 books. David Cook's book, From Paralysis to Purpose. If you haven't listened to that podcast at the Starbucks in Madison, Wisconsin last month, it is phenomenal, and he is an incredible human. But I promise to give 5 books for reviews and ratings on iTunes. So the next 5 people can choose whether they want a shirt, a book, or maybe, heck, I'll send both for your ratings and reviews, because that's what gets me up in the numbers. So really appreciate everything. In the meantime, from the North Pole, Alaska, I am signing off. Have a fantastic week, and talk to you all soon.